Woohoo! It's summertime. Hi everyone, it's July 1st, 2015, and based off of my woo at the beginning, it is now summer for me. It's Wednesday at about 9:30. I'm doing this blog right now as I'm doing laundry. Just getting things ready for tomorrow, in which my father and sister arrive, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait because we've been planning, planning, preparing for this vacation for all three of us during the summer since before I left in February. So since about January. So it's been about 6 months since I last saw my sister, 5 months for my father, and about 2 months since my mom was last year before I saw any family. So I'm very excited. Today I powered through about 2 hours of chores in which I vacuumed my entire flat. I mean, just adult stuff. So and it felt great to do it, like vacuuming, dishes, cleaning the entire place, reorganizing, doing laundry for my sister, for cleaning bedsheets for her. So it felt productive, and then I just finished up doing some other stuff for the trip, and now I can just talk about these last few weeks in which they've been just like my time semester here they've been really good weeks, just because of what I've done, who I've hung out with, and things like that. But before I get to that, I wanted to first conclude my school thing by saying, woohoo! Felt so nice to be done. I only finished a few days ago on a Saturday, just because I had a Saturday exam, and just how I think I mentioned in my last video how I am not a fan of, oh, I was not a fan because now I finished, of the 3 week, even like I think it's like 3.5 weeks of exam period. Not a fan. Uh, I'm glad that I survived it. I'm glad that I did well on my test to my standard. But man, that is one thing that I will not miss once back in Santa Cruz in the fall with our exams, because in which normally it's just you finish your lectures on Friday, and then from Monday to Thursday it's just exams, 4 days for your like 3 or 4 exams, get over with, um, stay in that mentality for that 4 days and you're done. But here it's just I finished on like a Thursday, like June 5th, and I didn't have to report till June 18th. That 13 days I couldn't really go anywhere because of finances. Nor would I have wanted to, just because it's just like in the back of my mind, just I have an exam. So I felt just like kind of like in a weird place of like just like I'm free but not free. So I would have much rather had all 4 exams the second week of June, and then have had been off since 2 or 3 weeks ago, instead of now just finishing. But regardless, I'm glad that they're over. They all four went really well, all four of my classes, which were the music class, the history class, the politics class, and then the minority studies class. They all went good. I'm going for no less than B plus in the ones for a grade, just because the music one was pass or pass, which I'm sure I'm feeling confident that I did pass. But the other three, I was in like the B plus A minus range. So I'm hoping that I did at least B plus or higher on all three of them to raise me up to an A minus. That way I can come back from my year abroad with really good grades and just pick right where I left off of. But now that that's over, I'm very excited because I've now from when I finished on June 27th to I think about late September is when we start in Santa Cruz. So I've got about 3 months off now in total, and I couldn't be more excited just because. Excuse me. As I mentioned, as I've been mentioning, I got 18 days coming up of vacation starting tomorrow. 7 cities: Auckland, Wellington, Queenstown, Brisbane, Cairns, Sydney, and then Suva, Fiji. 7 cities, 18 days, and a total of 9 flights between now and my home in Roseville, just north of Sacramento. 9 flights. So some days are going to be pretty travel heavy. Other days not so much. But regardless, I'll get through it. I've kind of been like I guess itching to go on fights, just because I enjoy the whole I guess excitement of going to a new place rather than just driving or walking in the city. So that's something I'm very looking forward to. But in the meantime, for June, it was a multitude of just being busy with school, and then being busy socially or academically for stuff back home, just because just even during exams, I was constantly saying goodbye to friends, doing some cool day trips, um, doing some cool events in here. So it's just been a really good last few weeks. I don't want to divulge too much, just because I don't want to spend their time just talking about social events, but they were great. They're really good. And now I'm really enjoying the time, and also the quality of the time that I've had with the friends I've had, and where we've gone. So that's a very just very fulfilling and wholesome feeling to have. But as I sit here now, it's been a year, which is pretty crazy to think, just because I found it very fitting that on Saturday, which was this past Saturday on June 27th, that was my last final, which technically means that as soon as I finished that final, the end of my program on exchange here was done, and just so fitting that that was exactly a year from when I left for Buenos Aires from Sacramento, which Los Angeles, Miami, then there, but just an exact year, like crazy, just because as I've mentioned in some posts, it's been it just feels like so many things that went right and wrong were just fate and just like sort of like meant to be or in some cases not meant to be, and just that was just the icing on the cake to think that, like, you know what, that is meant to be, that I would finish exactly a year. So what a year it's been. I don't as I posted on Facebook a while back, I don't really have, nor do I want to say any more than just thank you to really everyone who has been a part of this year's journey. Friends, family, people that I've spoken to for just short conversations in the variety of cities I've been in. It's been really great, and it's easily been the best year of my life so far. That just because I've always kind of been, like, in the back of my head toying with the idea that, like, have I peaked? No, not at all, not for a second. Just because, like, sure, it may be hard to have a year on in which I've lived this last life for a year, but when I've in these last few days done some, like, deep reflection, I've come to the conclusion that, like, it's the people that really really made it. Places are nice, but I could be in a terrible place with great people, and I would pick that every time over great place, terrible people. So it's the people. So for everyone who has made this year great, thank you so much. And I can only hope that I have either helped you out in some way, or just in general just made the world a better place, more nice, more compassionate, more equal, in the way that the world has sort of, like, been nice to me in this last year. So that's really all I want to say. And to conclude it all, the best for me, the best symbol or source that I can look to best illustrate my point is, as I sit now in my apartment, awaiting my family to come tomorrow. I'm in a great place, and just to think back, just a few short months ago, I was in this exact same place with no one in the flat, just me here, and back in February, I didn't know what to expect. Was I expecting who was I gonna meet? Where was I gonna go? But as I sit here now and look back, it's crazy to just really just witness my growth in these past few months of me as a person, me academically, me socially. Because I've done things that I went places, I did events, I learned a lot about myself and others, even more than I thought I could, even though I had already been on 2 different programs. I don't think I'll ever stop learning about myself in the world. I think that's a very something wise. I'm pretty sure that that's probably a quote somewhere, but it really is true that you can always learn new stuff and grow by yourself, as well as the world that you see around you. So thank you all for listening to me or to me talk, or my photos, or so if you've watched my videos, checked out my photos, read my earlier blog post, whether or not you've been there from the beginning or just happened to stumble upon. Thank you so much. It's been really good, and like I said, I don't think I will ever be able to repay or express just how grateful and appreciative I am. But thank you. That's all we're gonna say. So with that said, I am gonna go get to bed, just because I've got to be up early tomorrow for my family, and I am so excited. So I'll be sure to post photos when I'm back, probably back in California, just because I want to give my full attention to my family. So if I don't do, it'll probably be photos at the very least, but nothing more. So thank you all for watching. Hope your summer is going well. Hopefully it's not too hot where you are or too cold. Regardless, hope you're just enjoying yourself. So thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you guys back in California. See you guys.